Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glorifications to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. And this video is going to be a response to this incident that took place on January 1st. Woman, man killed in apparent murder-suicide in Temple City home. 3 children found unharmed.
A man and a woman are dead from gunshot wounds. 3 children were in the house at the time.
Neighbors are now stunned by the sudden violence, and Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell is live outside the home tonight with the latest from investigators. Amy.
Well, Jory and Christiane, investigators have been here all day, and they're still here at the scene of what appears to be a murder and suicide. A New Year's Day tragedy in this Temple City neighborhood. The bodies of a 27-year-old woman and 28-year-old man removed from a home hours after a deadly shooting. Investigators believe the woman was shot multiple times by the man, who then turned the gun on himself.
This neighborhood is usually very quiet. Nothing much really happens around here. So this is very surprising to have this happen. It's just shocking.
Deputies discovered the bodies after being called to the home on Pentland Street around 7:30 this morning. The woman's 3 young children, ranging in age from 5 to 11, were found unharmed inside the house. A neighbor says he sometimes saw the man walking a dog, but they rarely spoke.
They just moved in. They've probably only been there 6 months. Not even that.
Oh, just a few months ago?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Did you hear anything today or
Nothing.
overnight?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No, nothing. I mean, my son heard some noise, but he didn't think about it because of the for New Year's.
Neighbors say they often saw the 3 children playing outside, some expressing sadness and concern after hearing about the shocking murder.
I'm very worried about the kids. Yeah, the first thing I ask them is where are the kids, and if they see it or hear about it, I think that's very scary. And yeah, very sad for the kids for like a holiday.
A handgun was recovered inside the house. Authorities haven't yet released the names of the man and woman who died. Reporting live in Temple City, Amy Powell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And the Asian girl at the end, she said, that's sad, it's a holiday, but really, these so-called holidays in this modern society, they're actually unholy days because the Lord hates these days, So, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures, he hates those feast days, so that's probably why so much judgment goes out on those days. So, I'm going to read a little bit into this post. It happened in the 9200 block of Pentland Street just after 7 a.m. Deputies went to the home after receiving a call about a possible domestic violence incident involving a shooting. When they arrived, they found the 2 victims, a 27-year-old woman and a 28-year-old man, dead inside. Investigators say the woman was shot multiple times, while the man died of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The children found inside reportedly lived there and are believed to be the children of the female victim, according to investigators. So I thought that's kind of interesting that maybe those children were not the man's children, he wasn't their father, so who knows what's up with that. But it says they are between 5 and 11 years old and were safely removed from the home when deputies arrived. So yeah, I mean, this is just more judgment from the Lord. And only the 2 adults were killed, but the children weren't untouched, so that was that death angel that was sent out to basically perform a hit, so to speak, to put it in layman's terms. And he executed it perfectly. It was only sanctioned for the Lord to put for those death angels sent by the Lord to put the adult man and woman to death, but not those children, you know. So I'm going to jump to the scriptures now. First, I want to get this. Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh the Lord belong the issues from death. Right, so, you know, if anyone gets put to death, you know, it was because the Lord sanctioned it. And if anyone wasn't put to death, now it's also because the Lord sanctioned it, you know, like for example, if you get into you narrowly miss getting into a car accident, or like for example, you know, you could be a tree might almost hit you, just fall like a few feet away from you. That was because it wasn't time for that person to be put to death yet. And I also want to get this. Psalm 78 and 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble, by sending evil angels among them. Verse 50. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence. And I believe these scriptures are speaking about Egypt, but it could also be applied now to this spiritual Egypt, which is America, aka Babylon the Great. And you know, all these death angels and plagues are going to be sent out here to take out 2/3 of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Just like how back in the ancient times, the Lord sent that death angel over Egypt, and I believe it said, the scriptures say they had that blood. All Israel had the blood on their doorposts, and you could liken that unto the Tawah, which is the spiritual mark of exemption, right? And that's what the elect's gonna have, versus the 2/3, which do not have that exemption mark. You know, they're being marked for death. So that's why you know, those of us that are the hopeful elect, you know, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We're seeking to be the exempt. We're hoping to be covered by that blood on the doorpost, the blood of Yahushai, so that the death angel will pass over us, which actually is Yahushai. He is the top angel, as well as, you know, all the other angels that are going to be under his command, you know. So, you know, that's just why we should fear the Lord, you know, and Lord willing, keep pushing in this truth, because that's all that's in store for this place, Babylon the Great. Just more terrible judgments on anybody who's not part of the elect. You know, so that was pretty much all I had on that, you know. Lord willing, it was edifying. Once again, I'm going to give all the praises, honor, and glorifications to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect. Shalom and Abad Babal.